Good morning, good afternoon. Hello, everyone. Big welcome to In the Know with Peter Ngo. I am your host today. I am Peter Ngo, your Senior Presidential Director. I will be your bodybuilder coach for the next hour. It's always so good to see familiar faces, but it's also really nice to see brand new faces on here every single week. So if this is your very first time here with us, big kudos to you. Thank the person that invited you here today. They really wanted you to be in the know. They want you to learn something very different than what we teach on a weekly basis. This hour is an hour for you really to just ask questions. There is no wrong question, okay, everyone? I created this call about a year ago so we can get everyone together who kind of sometimes feel like they're alone, if they don't have a active upline or uplines. If you always wanted to just connect with our community, as you can see here, this is not just one line. This is everybody's line, right? This is all the sidelines, uplines, downlines. I just call us brand partners, okay, on Team Evolve. So every week, I don't have a script. I don't have a topic. I just talk about what I feel about for that day. So today and this week, though, I do have a couple of things that I want to go over. I want to kind of go back to the basics today and just kind of start over with understanding, does everybody really understand how to kind of give analogies on how this technology works? Does everybody know how to give some simple analogies? If you do, we're going to talk about it today so we can hear from many different people a little bit different analogies. I found a new analogy I want to use. I've been using it and it's been really working. Also, after this, let's go over um, a website presentation together today. Who would like to learn how to use your phone to do a 2 or 3 minute quick website presentation? Okay. I've learned this from Eric Beale. I know Lizzie's on here. Eric Beale has really, like, he's duplicated. He evolved the duplication by really teaching people how to just use the website. And everyone, this website, okay, took 4 years to develop. This website, just the content. Has anybody really took a deep dive, deep dive into the website yet? No. Okay, we're going to do that today. You're going to be blown away, okay, by what you've seen in this website. Every tab, everyone, click every tab, click it all. See, like, what Michelle has done, the graphics, all the patents, the studies, the videos. Do you like this website is better than the company's website? Straight up, it's better than the company's website. Do you know how many people around the world are using our website? Do you know how many teams around the world are using our website? And you know what? Marcy and I, we love it. Why? Because it's called open source. Open source meaning that when Marcy and I came in here to LifeWave, we just wanted to create a very organic and a very open and a very fun organization. The only way to do that is, what do you have to do? You have to open it up, everyone. Notice that, okay? Open up means that everybody's welcome. When you give back what you train, Marcy and I cannot ever control it. Does that make sense? There are teams, everyone. There are organizations, okay, where they're leaders. They actually block and they control everything down to the database. We don't want to do that, okay? We're not here to take your data. We're not here to sell you anything on the side. We're not here to make money off of events that a lot of other leaders are charging crazy for. And we know that. We call that out. We don't like that. We don't make money off our teams. As you notice, in the last 4 years, Marcy, Dr. Stacy, April, and I, all of us, all the leaders, we spend hundreds, not thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars going back into all the events, hotels, food, traveling, tools. I mean, I don't even know how much patches Marcy given away in the last 3, 4 years already. Okay. So, I mean, this is who we are. This is how we operate. But I'm only sharing this right now because we're going into a new market. And I've always heard, Korea is one of the hardest market because everybody moves fast. You guys realize that, right? But moving fast is not the best thing. But how do you change an entire country's mindset and thought process and behaviors? It's hard. It's very hard. So that's why when we come here as Team Evolve to Korea, and not just Korea, we're really laying down the mission statement. Remember last week? What did I train on last week? You want me to repeat it again? Let's do it again. What is the first thing? Is your vision. When you go to a new country, when you present, you have to present. Why am I here? Why are you here? It's your vision. My vision is to help LifeWave become the biggest health technology company in the world. And my mission is the mission before the commission. So the second thing is the mission. What's your mission? Our mission is before the commission. We do things without talking about money because we truly help people. And then once you identify your mission, you have to have your core values. What are your core values that you don't deviate from? What are your boundaries? What don't you put up with? Who don't you work with? You got to have your boundaries and know exactly the type of person that's like you or better than you. If you don't have core values and you just recruit anyone and you let them run over your organization, you're going to start seeing cancers there. How many of us experienced that already? Okay, yeah, Heidi, Double, Jeff, right? All of us, Karen, all of us. We all do. Now, the last thing after you lay down your core values, who is your alliance? Who are you aligning with? The moment you can write that, define that every day for you this year, okay? Because when you write that down, I want you to find someone that is like you in that process, in that mindset. And trust me, when you can find two people on the same page as you, that two can become four. That four can become eight. That eight can become 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 524, 1028, 256. Man, I'm good with numbers. Damn, I'm a genius. So you see that? It's just numbers, okay? So everybody get this down, okay? This is really important now. So let's go into, so we're gonna talk about a little bit the website presentation, our mission statement, our vision. We're good to go. So I learned how to explain this my friend, right? He goes, he didn't understand what stem cells are. Some people, when you say, let me ask you this, when you say, have you heard about stem cells? Some people actually don't know what stem cells are. Just know that. Some people don't even know what stem cells do. And then when you sometimes say, hey, look, when you're a baby and you have a lot of stem cells, some people can't even visualize what that is. So in a moment, I had to kind of like be creative and I had to give someone a visual. So I want everybody to imagine this, okay? Imagine this, everyone. Imagine that you're a rechargeable battery. A battery. So when you're born, you are a full battery. Can you visualize that, right? When you're born, a baby, you're a full battery. So, Lizzie, after you turn 35 years old, your battery drained 50% already. By the time you reach 65 years old, 90% of your battery is drained. That's why you don't have energy as you get older, or your battery, the older your battery is, the less it drains, the less energy it has. Get it? Now, Lizzie, what if I told you that your body is like a battery, and the reason why your battery is not recharged is because you don't have stem cells? So when you're a baby, Lizzie, do you remember you have a lot of stem cells. You were a full battery. But as you got older, that stem cell production went away. So what if I told you this patch right here is your battery charger? And you can wear this patch and you can charge your battery like Heidi right now. You can charge your battery for 12 hours a day. And every day when you charge your batteries for 12 hours, what if your battery will become full, just like when you were a baby again? And then when you're full of battery, you're full of energy. You're normal again. Was that pretty easy to understand? So sometimes we need to give a little bit different analogies just to prepare or pique their interest more for them to watch the website. So here's a website. Check this out. Here's our technology on how this patch is recharging everyone again to turn on and activate their own stem cells, like recharging their battery. Was that pretty simple to understand? Maybe sometimes you just need to do that, okay, everyone? Because sometimes in front of your face, when your friends ask, "What have you heard about stem cells?" "Oh, I don't know what that is." "Oh, here, let me just give you another little description before I give you a website. Is that cool?" Okay, great. Okay, so I just find little ways on how to give analogies. Does anybody want to give an analogy? Does anybody have another analogy that they've been using? No. Okay, good. Are you sure? Nobody has another one? Okay. Well, let me see. Do I see a hand up? Okay, Heidi, you want to share something, Heidi? You can unmute yourself.
So my analogy is based off from my profession in lactation. I teach for the first 9 weeks of a recharge of a womb-bearing mother that she needs to chill for 9 weeks before she's able to fully recuperate from having created a new body. I mean, I've created 7 in my lifetime, but let me tell you, raising my 3 stepsons, oh, I needed a nap way longer than raising my own kids. So I'm just saying a recharge is so important. And sometimes it takes 9 weeks for some women like me who have never had any pain in delivery, even though my kids came flying out in 20 minutes. For the average woman, it takes way longer than that. That's why the FMLA people have 12 weeks for men and women to heal together. So that's my analogy is give yourself time. 90 days is so important. So try the product for 90 days. Give yourself a recharge.
I'm glad you talked about this because yesterday I had a training call, and there's a person. She kept on getting a rebuttal that only her clients wanted to try it out for 30 days. And then we were trying to get to the bottom of this. And guess what was her issue? In her mind, when she tried it, she only wanted to give it 30 days. And when she thought about that, that energy projected to the other person.
Why do you think that we get 19 weeks in a diamond sleeve? That's 19 weeks minimum, in my opinion.
Well, no, yeah, but we're not gonna talk about diamonds, Heidi, but we gotta talk about silver. So, but the moral of the story is this. I'm telling you, everyone, okay? When you patch someone or when you give someone a patch, your energy is going through that patch to make it work for that person in front of you. If you have any doubt, 30 days, oh, maybe it's a placebo, maybe I just got lucky, it worked on me. I don't know if it's going to work on you, but let's just try it. That is called a doubt. You can't doubt this thing. You just got to give it energy, everyone. Does that make sense? You got to give this the energy and bless this patch. When you bless someone, bless them. When you know what their issues are. Hey, Krista, I know you have a headache. I'm going to bless this patch and let's put it on the right spot and let it do its thing. Hey, Krista, I know that, I know you're in a financial situation, but let's get you to that 90-day program, okay? 30 days will do it, but ain't gonna do it all. And I want people committed. So then all we have to do is, when we got to the bottom of this and she's like, oh my God, you're right. Every time when I talk to someone, I was just thinking, because I wanted the 30 days, I was projecting that onto them. And that's why every single one of them just wanted to try it on for 30 days. She was doing a disservice for all of them. So the moral of the story is what? It's all in your mind. Everything is in your mind. Okay, everything. When you talk to someone, clear your mind. When I talk to someone, I just want to find out what their HTF is, their health problem, their time problem, and their financial problem, correct? And then we ask questions further to see how we can be the solution for their health, which is the patch. When they start getting healthy, they have more time, which is great. And when they have more time, they can do more things to create financial abundance. That's it, right? It's ABC 1, 2, 3. Krista, you have your hands up. What would you like to share?
When people say, how long should I wear it? And I say, 12 hours on, 12 hours off. And they say, well, why can't I wear it longer? I say, it's kind of like a flashlight. When you put new batteries in a flashlight, it's really bright. And then as it goes on, it gets a little bit weaker and weaker and weaker. So, and I say the tipping point is about 12 hours. So 12 hours to 18 hours, it's still got a little bit of energy left in it, but it's like that flashlight that is going dimmer and dimmer and dimmer. And so that's what I say. So just wear it for 12 hours. And then for the other 6 hours, put it on your plant, put it on your dog, and they'll get the benefit of it for those last 6 hours. That it's still got some energy in it, but it's not as powerful as it was for those first 12 hours.
Correct. And or you can say it takes 12 hours to charge your battery and you can't charge no more. So you got to drain it out for the next 12 hours. Use your energy. And then 12 hours later, charge it again. Or you can say you can't exercise forever. You can only exercise for 12 hours. And then now you got to rest for 12 hours. And then later you got to recover and exercise again. Go ahead, Terry.
Well, I was going to say, with everybody putting on their pets and getting improvements and things too, it's better to be a little more upfront, like what Krista said, that you got those extra hours versus this hard and fast. No, you can only do it 12 hours, so, and it's, so I like that. I like that analogy too.
I like that analogy. And also when people say, do I have to use this every day? I just come back right away and say, do you brush your teeth every day? Why do we brush our teeth every day? So we can prevent cavities, gingivitis, and plaque. Why do we need to use the patch every day? So you can prevent this and this and this and this, or you can restart and you can turn on your stem cells every day so you don't get older, right? So go ahead, Terry Willie.
Okay. So that question has bothered me for so long. And I finally came up with an answer that made sense. We're constantly losing skin cells, right? They get dry and flaky, and that gets on the patch, and it clouds the crystal. So after 12 hours, it's not powerful because it's got clouding. And that's also why it's recommended that you have clean skin before you put it on. So that works for me, but I love the analogies that are coming up here. This is amazing. Thank you, Peter.
I thank you, Terry. And again, this week, I mean, I'm doing a lot of new group trainings. I'm getting into new groups, and just see some of the questions. I'm like, oh, I thought we already knew this, but I guess we don't. So we need a refresher. So, Beth Ann, and then Jeff next. Go ahead, Beth Ann.
So I have a question. I want to know if what I'm saying is correct. I say that the crystals inside the patches, you know, the structure of the crystals inside the patches, the salt, the sugar, the water that makes them up, like they're teeny tiny nano crystals, and that the heat of our body is gonna break them down. So they're gonna like start to decompose because of the heat of our body. And I believe that's accurate. It's not that they're gonna last forever. Our heat is actually gonna maybe like melt them or something like that. So those little nano crystals decompose.
But if you visually describe that to someone, Beth Ann, will they visually see it? Or are they gonna try to picture a crystal lattice and then trapping the heat, and then how the heat will send a signal back to the cell and talk like a Bluetooth?
Yeah, I was just trying to say why they got to take them off. I mean, that they are going to actually decompose. They're not going to last forever.
No. So
Yeah.
I that's why I like this 24-hour charger, because this is actually a 24-hour charger. So this thing can only charge your battery for 24 hours. 12 hours first, 12 hours later if you really want to, or use it on someone else. But your body can, absorb it, be charged.
I like what you just said about if you go to the gym, if you exercise for 12 hours.
You can only exercise for 12 hours and you got to rest. Nobody can run for 24 hours.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. When I say analogies, Beth Ann, I just want something. It's like a one-stop liner, everyone. It's just one line that can bing. They're like, oh, I got it. Does that make sense? Because if you go into very detailed description, if you lose them, you can lose them. Or again, this is just to pique their interest before they watch the website, okay? Just before a little bit. So, Jeff.
Yes, I love the analogies. One of the other analogies I love on the Now site, the stem cell story of our stem cells being like an army marching. I think that's amazing, because people can understand that. A lot of times that in the clinic that I know with my dad, we try to be so technical and so science because we're trying so hard to show people what we know, but they don't know it, they don't care. And I find these analogies, I love the cell phone, because not only the cell phone, there's a lot of you can talk a lot about that. So love the analogy, man. But the army is fantastic with the new site where on the Now site where it says the story of our stem cells. I'll read that right to a new client. It's amazing.
Oh, thanks, Jeff. I'm glad you picked that one up. So we're going to go into that. So Jeff and Dr. Patterson, they literally run a practice, and they have to keep it easy for themselves. So the moment you patch on, you're turning on your army of new stem cells that are going to march through your whole body and just activate what it needs to. So we're going to read.
Peter, I love what it says, that the army is going to go to the front line, and we don't know what the front line is going to be. So when someone says, well, I haven't had a great experience, right? Well, you know what? That's probably good, because you don't feel your hair growing or your blood moving, right?
Yep. So has anybody ever got the rebuttal? I don't feel anything. What do you say when what are some of the rebuttals when you don't feel anything?
You feel your hair growing.
Do you feel your hair growing?
Getting osteoporosis.
Do you feel your blood flowing? Do you feel your cells turn on?
So like what I say is disease starts in silence. I had cancer. It was silent for many years, right? heart disease starts in silence, diabetes starts in silence, right? So if you don't feel it, you may not feel it, but you also don't feel disease starting. So let's just, be blessed that it's probably taking care of something. Activating for 12 hours and going out to repair for 12.
And just to give everybody an indicator, the F word, the feeling word, was created by the pharmaceutical company. The reason why is because as a human, you need to feel pain. Pain is an indicator to your body. If you don't feel the pain, right? The problem is the medical world made you confused on what to feel because they made it sound bad. So that means they're going to prescribe you painkillers. Does that make sense, everyone? They want you to say, oh, I'm in pain, so they can prescribe you something. But other than that, you need pain as an indicator. That indicates inflammation. So that indicates where you need a little attention. That's like a car that has a red, a yellow light coming on the dash, telling you if it's your, broken light or your transmission or your engine or your oil, right? This is the same thing with your body, everyone. So I don't like to use the F word. I like to use the E word. What have you experienced so far? Have you experienced more energy today, Jeff? Have you experienced better sleep, Cherie? Did you experience a little inflammation going away? That is pain going away. You got to experience that. So we're teaching people how to get away from the F word and let them experience. Okay? So the F word is nah. All right, next. Bobby, what would you like to share?
So I tell people who mention that they're not feeling anything initially. I definitely talk about the fact that it's going after something that we are not aware of. But I also say, if you go to your doctor and he says you're low on D3 and you start taking D3, are you necessarily going to notice a change immediately? No. What's going to happen 6 months from now is you're not getting sick anymore. I go, so you have to give it time. It's natural. It's not a pharmaceutical.
Thank you, Bobby. And anyone that really rushes time, right, Bobby? That means they're not educated or they just don't understand how the body works. So when anybody is rushing you, I want to experience something. I want to feel, I want this gone, whatever it is. Again, this is your opportunity to pre-qualify. So what have you been eating in the last 10 years? So what has your lifestyle been in the last 10 years? So what are you telling me, right, Bobby? Talk to me. Let's go over this and let me educate you. And remember, everyone, you're not selling patches. You're educating technology. We're teaching you how to peak and pre-qualify to a point where it's just coming out of your mouth, okay? It's like riding a bike almost. So thank you, Bobby, for sharing that. Cherie, you want to add something?
Peter, listen, these analogies are important. And I'll tell you why. Somebody just put one in the chat about how wearing the patch 12 hours, take it off 12 hours. It's like music. You get tired of the same song. You need to take it off so your body, responds. Analogies are important because I looked at those policies and procedures recently. We should stay way away from anything that sounds like science that is not written in Lifeway's materials because we're edging on misrepresenting our product. Use the analogy. Don't try to use nanotech and science and all that stuff to say why,
If you can, thank you, Cherie. If you can minimize less science talk, meaning just less science, then the person in front of you, because they only know you as you, right? They only know you as a normal person. So if we're not doctors and if we're not scientists, then let's try to learn analogies, right? Hey, it's like, turning on a battery or, just learn analogies, okay? Simple things. And we'll share on here more as we go. I want everyone just to be themselves. Does that make sense? I want you to just learn how to flow things, okay? Now, Marcy and I and the presenters, we need to know the legal terms of it, because when we're presenting on a Zoom in front of the public, we need to have normal terms. But you know me, I like analogies, simple. So Rob and then Jenny. Rob, what would you like to share?
Well, you've already taken a lot of the thunder out. It's just kind of reiterating what you just said. Understanding whenever we get these objections, as you mentioned yesterday, we get paid to inform, to educate, to enlighten. And when you get these objections, just smile and just know that you got a little work to do. Just because what it comes down to, they've been brainwashed by the pharmaceutical industry. They have a mindset that they're supposed to receive something immediate. They're supposed to take a pill and feel better. We also have to train them that you're allowing your body to heal at a cellular level. This is deep healing. This is something that's going to take a little while. Okay. So just like you didn't feel your stem cells working when you were, fell off the bicycle as a kid or fell out the tree and broke your arm, whatever, you don't feel them back then. You're not going to necessarily feel them now, but there are things that you're going to experience. So that's all I wanted to add. We just understand that you have a little work to do to try to untrain them as they've been brainwashed.
And that's why it takes a whole community, Rob, every day to get stronger together, learning together. And we don't expect anyone to get all this today or tomorrow, right? It takes time to develop knowledge and absorb it and to really flow through there, okay? Let's go with Jenny, and then I'll talk about another subject. So Jenny, what would you like to share on this topic?
On the practitioner call about a year and a few months, Dr. Patty de Blasio, she's on Telegram.
Yeah.
She gave the analogy of, it's like the stem cells are like honing birds, and they know where to go, and they're going to go where they're needed first. So, people want to fix this, that, or the other. And I tell people, your stem cells know where they need to go. They're like honing birds. I love that analogy she used.
Honing birds. Okay, I like that too, because again, the moment you put it on, your intelligent pluripotent stem cells, which are baby stem cells, they will go where they need to go to form into whatever they need to form, which is your organs, your body part, your cells, right? So good, we got that covered. We can talk about it again on the next call. So now I just want to talk about this little thing real quick. It's called peaking. Who here is on my Facebook? I know a lot of you are on my Facebook. Have you seen my stories? Do you guys, the Facebook stories, right? I know Heidi, Karen, Jeff, a lot of you are, Terry, Burry, always see, a lot of you are on my stories. Notice I don't post it on my body, on the body of my Facebook. How do I pique interest without writing anything and getting likes? I constantly post before and after pictures and the lifestyle, and then another before and after picture, and then a life wave, and then a house. I post this on my stories. And then when people, it just takes a second to share a post on your stories. You guys know that, right? But I do it every day during breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So every day at 9, I post a story. At 12 noon, I post a story. At 3 or 6, I post a story. And I do that consistently every day. Guess what's been happening now? I posted up a story of the skin of, I think, 2 Black gentlemen that had the discoloration. I think it's called Willis disease or Willett something disease. I had 3 people, actually, Peter. I know someone who has that. Peter, one of my old chiropractor friends, just called me and he goes, oh my God, we talked about this. And he goes, they're forcing people to take vaccines before they didn't have to, but now they did if you have that disease. And we talked about that. And now literally 3 people want to join now. Just by one little post of a before and after picture. Now this could be with, I had even Steven. I posted Steven's picture. Steven, you're famous now on my Facebook. So I posted Steven's picture on there. And they're like, holy cow. How long was this? And again, I put no description. I put nothing. I just put a picture, because if you put description, then they can look up the name. But if you put a picture, and if it really resonates or it piques, they have to private message you, right? They have to send you a message. So another tip I want to give everyone, if you don't want to post on your personal Facebook, but post it on your stories, start developing a little nice following there, right? It could be 1 or 2 people watching, but and those stories, where could it come from? From me, from you. You know what I do? I am not a computer guy. I don't make up any of these flyers, anyone. I just copy and paste. I'm the best copy and paster in the world. Click, copy, click, paste. Copy, paste, right? Whatever you like,
Cool.
copy and paste it. Put it on your stories. Whether you like vegetables, whether you like shopping, whether you like traveling. I'm just starting to learn how to use stories as your lifestyle. Are y'all with me? You get it, right? I'm just learning that now, and that slowly will, I'm telling you, even though they don't respond to you, even though they don't click like or love or heart, they're watching you. They're constantly watching you. I'm telling you, your friends, your network, whoever's on your Facebook, they're like, oh, Heidi likes camping. She's posting up this thing. Oh, Diane likes cooking. She loves this thing. But can you imagine you just throw in a before and after picture here and then this and there, and then be like, Diane, what's this picture you just posted? Who's this? Da, 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 da. What does this mean? Da, 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 da. That's a dialogue, right? So imagine talking to 3 people a day, piquing their interest. What if you can't talk to 3 people a day? Then just learn how to post 3 things a day then. Get it? Until you can learn how to talk to 3 people a day. Whatever it is, we're going to get you going, okay? So let's get now to the fun part. We're going to spend about 10 minutes on here. Let's break down this website real quick, okay? Everyone, hold on. StartX39now.com. Let's do this. So startx39.com. Okay, everyone. When do you whip out when do you whip out your phone? When do you share your phone? And when do you type in the website? This is the ultimate peak website. It's there to teach you how to peak. It's there to teach you how to pre-qualify. And it's here to teach you how to do a presentation on the spot, okay? So the other day, I was in a gym with Eric, okay? Literally we were working out. This guy, he came out of the gym and he was Asian, and he had a big old t-shirt on his he was wearing a t-shirt, and it said Crazy Rich Asians. Does everybody remember the movie Crazy Rich Asians, right? I was like, hey, that's a cool t-shirt. Where did you get it? He goes, I make them. I'm like, no way. You must be a big entrepreneur. He goes, yeah. I'm like, yeah. He goes, I go, what do you do? He goes, oh, I own a skincare company. I do real estate. Man, but I kind of do too much. I'm like, crazy, but man, I love your t-shirt. How do I get it? He goes, oh, I'll show you how to get it. Da, 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 da. We start talking. And then he's like, right away, what do you guys do? Right away, when he asked that, what do you guys do? What do you think we said?
Stem cell technology.
Yeah, well, before we said the word stem cell, we're like, we're in health technology. Are you into health? I didn't answer his question. Get it, everyone? So I'm guiding you now what to say. The moment someone asks you, hey, what are you in? What do you guys do? We're in health technology. Are you into health? We're in health technology industry. And then right away we ask them again, are you into health? Right away when he said, of course, man, I'm into health. Then it comes back to us. Then we're like, what have you heard about stem cells, bro? So you see the banter, boom, 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 right? And then he goes, oh man, freaking my doctor, he just went to Mexico, got stem cell injections. My brother just went to Mexico. I just got stem cell injections last year. Damn, that thing's expensive, but man, I love it. It works. Da, da, da. Oh my God, you're a perfect candidate. Hey, we're part of a company, a 20-year-old company that has the exclusive technology how to turn on your own stem cells with this patch. So I just whipped out my neck. I'm like, look at this patch. He was like, what? You guys gotta be kidding me. What is this? Give me your information. Guess what Eric did right away? Give me your phone. Here, give me your phone. Let me give you my contact. Hold on. Go to Google. Let me type in this website real quick for you. startx39.com. We literally took his phone. We went on here. Look, John, check it out. Check out this 2-minute video right here. So I'm gonna go in right now, real quick. All we did really is we did this just like how Eric Beal trains it. Okay, everyone. Same thing. We're like, look at this. We use phototherapy. What do you know about light technology? What do you know about the sun hitting your skin, turning into vitamin D? He goes, oh, I already know all that. I go, this is our technology. It's called phototherapy. He goes, man, this is interesting. Take a look at this website and then look at all these testimonials, John. We went down, look at this. Do you know anyone who has psoriasis? Do you know anyone, who might have fast growing cells? Look at this. Who do you know that, has scoliosis? Look at this skin right here. He goes, my God, man, I'm into skincare. I've never seen this before. We're like, we're the next technology on how to activate your body. If you'd like to learn more, can you go on this website right here? Here's my number. Boom. And then I'm going to text you again. So if you take your time, and then he said, can I text this right now to my friends? I'm like, take this website and text it to them right now, and let's touch base tomorrow. So I'm going to have to touch base with him. So he literally gave me a time to follow up with him. What are we doing here, everyone? When you're piquing their interest, you just want to make sure you guide them through the process. But today, I'm not teaching you how to present this. I want to show you how good this website is. Now, let's go from the beginning. This is a 2-minute video, everyone. Learn more about GHCU. Look at this. Heidi, can you see this page, right? I just want to make sure. Can you unmute and let me know?
Yes, Peter. Yes, we can see it.
So now, look at this. Right away, when we're clicking on this, learn more about GHCU. Boom. Look at how Michelle broke the graphics down to the lung, the skin, fast-acting cells, the lung, anti-inflammatory. Look at all these benefits. I challenge any supplement company, any nutrition company, any powders, lotions, and potions to be, for their website to be this accurate or this descriptive. The story of our stem cells. Click on this. Boom. This is exactly what Jeff was reading. The story of our stem cells. When an egg and a sperm meets and have a stem cells. I didn't even see this yet, but this is so cool. So I wanted to go this.
Your screen is frozen on just before and after, and then the activate your stem cells. So if you're trying to show more, it's not moving with you.
Okay, let me do this again. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so we're here.
There you
Everyone.
go.
So Heidi, I'm gonna click on this. Do you see this?
I see the 2-minute or number 2 video, the 3-minute video, and then where it says before and after, the first line of everybody's faces of the pictures.
Oh man, so when I click into other tabs, you probably don't see those tabs. That's why.
No.
Okay, so everyone, if you're in front of a computer, whip out this website and then go click on the story of our stem cells. This is interesting. This is really cool. Marcy, great job. And then when you read the problem, everyone, when you go to a presentation, when you go to someone's home, when you want to do it right away in front of you, again, read this website. You can literally whip it up on a TV screen, whip it, do a casting on there, read it. When you're reading, you're presenting. What is the fact? We're losing cells. What is the solution? We can turn it on again. It is affordable. It is safe. This is not a drug, non-transdermal, non-invasive, latex-free, no injections, and it's patent. Look at that. Now, man, I want to click on all these, everyone, but if I click it, you're not going to see it. Take your time. Really just click on all these little tabs, okay? Even this tracker right here is so good to use because it gives the person in front of you a tracker, where they are today, where they could be in a week, a month, a year from now, right? It just shows them that we really care. And again, our website is so thorough. This is not like just like any other team's website. And notice there is no business on here. There is no comp plan video on here. There is only testimonials and value of our technology. If you do a deep dive into our product line, okay, I want to see if I can share this though real quick. Let me see. Oh, we're sharing. Let me see if I can share this real quick. The story of stem cells. Here we go. I just want to show this. Heidi, you can see this, right?
Yes.
Look how cool this looks. Did you ever see this yet, Heidi?
Yeah,
Did you see this?
I have. Yeah, it's new.
Oh, this is new. I've never seen this.
No, this is a new addition to the site.
This is a presentation right here too, Heidi.
Peter, that's where I thought you were looking just a minute ago. Where were you before you clicked into this tab?
I don't know. I was in La La Land somewhere, but man, I'm finding out this by
When you
myself.
said you click into the story, that's what I thought first. It wasn't like what you were describing.
Oh my gosh, I'm learning something myself. Thank you guys. This is why I love learning together. We're smarter together. Give me 1 second. Oh, okay.
Where did you find that at, Peter?
I'll show you right now. StartX39now.com. Let's do a share again. Boom. It is literally in the beginning of the page. Learn more about CHKCU and the story of our stem cells. And everyone, if you just go click by click by click by click by box by box by box by box by box by box, by the time you're done with 10 boxes, you've just gone through years. You're like the most experienced person about stem cells and non-invasive stem cells now. Okay? If you have the time, read this too right here. This is, again, your presentation, what to expect in a year. That's why if somebody says, I only want to try this for 30 days, what are you going to do now? Heidi, what would you do if somebody says, I want to try it for 30 days?
I'd say sure.
No, you whip out your phone and you bring out to this section right here. What to expect?
I'm not paying attention. I'm trying to answer because someone asked where you found this, and you skipped over it. So you click on stories of the stories, the 3 minutes. That's where all this information's at. So I was sidetracked.
Correct. But if somebody says, oh, I just want to try this for 30 days, whip out your phone, whip it out on their phone and go, look, this is why you want to try for a year. What to expect. The first few days, the first 4 weeks, the first 6 weeks, the first 3 months, the first 6 months. Who doesn't want their vascular regenerated within the first 6 months? Everybody. Then give them one of these testimonials. Remember, you get paid. You are the storyteller. This year, we are teaching storytelling. Just learn stories, testimonials. Look at all these little pop-ups. Man, we're going to go deep. This is really good. So the last thing is, I don't know if you can see David Schmidt's bio, his interview. Take your time and just watch some of his videos. If you're brand new here, some of the stuff that he puts on there, I mean, if you just resonate with that, we're good, okay? Now, we have so many tools in the arsenals. We have so many things, all right? But again, if you really focus your time and you spend maybe an hour a day or 30 minutes a day and just go through the sites, go through the biz sites, half an hour a day times 5 days, that's only 3 hours a week just learning a little bit. Just imagine you're going to college, online school, and just learning a little bit. Just imagine you're just adding this to your BLD, your breakfast brain, right? If you want to feed your brain, do it during your breakfast brain time, 30 minutes, right? Or you can do it for your lunch, leveraging learning time. You see how cool that works? And then if you get excited on something you learned during breakfast or lunch, call that person and invite him during the dinner time, because then there'll be our podcast. So you see how we do things all the time. Today was a great refresher. I just want to touch base on this. You know, we're closing out our January. So did everybody feel a little bit lethargic or a little bit slower than usual this month?
Yes.
Good. It's normal. It's normal. You got to pass. January and February are the slowest phase time in network marketing. Why? Because everybody spent their money during November and December. This is the time where the people are most stressed, January and February. Why? Because they got to get ready for taxes March and April.
Oh.
But this is the time where you have to give it your all. January, when it's a downtime, that's when I like to work the hardest. When it's the downtime. That is when you create momentum. That is when you can really peek into people's issues. So Karen, what's going on these days? You got enough money to pay for your taxes? No? I got a solution for you. Hey, how's your health goals coming along? You dropped out of it? Great, I got a solution for you. You guys with me? Okay, this is the time when you can really just grab people and just coming along. So, last things last. This first 3 months, okay, everyone, just notice. Team Evolve is on fire already. We got the vision this week. Marcy, Dr. Stacy, April, all our leaders. We're all over the United States and all over the world now. Notice how we're leveraging each other now. The leaders are all going out to new markets for you. For you. You know, this is a binary. If any one of the leaders go into your markets and helping you build your market, whether you're not there or not, does it benefit all of us?
Yes.
Yes. Somehow, some way, volume is volume, right? So in the this first quarter, remember, I'm holding your hand. I want you to identify and develop now. Now. I'm giving you January, February, March to identify. Then we're going to take April, May, June to build it out. And then we're going to take July, August, September to hit that rank. And then whatever you've done in the first 9 months of this year, we're going to celebrate you in convention. So make sure if you show up for convention, buy your tickets now. If you cannot make it, we will buy them from you. Just buy it now before it sells out. That's all I know. Okay? So let's close this call on the last 2 questions. I'll start with Karen and end with Diane. So Karen, unmute yourself.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. This presentation is awesome. Okay, first question. My daughter's working out, so she's like, "Mom, my patches are coming off," and I was sharing she's perspiring, so sharing with her. I think I'm telling her correctly, but I want to make sure she can put the patch on her clothing, like on the maybe like the and turn it around. Correct? Okay.
So what
Okay.
we'll do is maybe if she does perspire, you know, a lot, or maybe, okay, try this. I don't know if it might. Before she works out, maybe she can put an alcohol, you know, those little patches,
Yes.
alcohol, like a little Kleenex alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put that on your C7, rub it down, and then put it there. Maybe number one. Or number two, if that doesn't work, literally flip the patch and put it on her clothes. Stick it on, and then it'll go through. As long as it's a half an inch away from the skin, your body's heat will activate that patch.
Okay.
Hey, I play a lot of racquetball, and if one falls off while I'm playing racquetball, I just stick it in my pocket. It's still gonna do it.
Oh, there you go. If it falls off, as long as it's in your pocket somewhere, it's touching your skin or it's on you, it will be activating too.
Peter, it's Denise. What I do, and I've seen it on it, is you press your thumb in the middle of the patch and you like circle out, because then it gets all the air underneath it, and at the same time you're activating it.
Okay, so sometimes there might be air, everyone. If you're not like squeezing that, you know, pushing that patch, the air out, the bubbles, maybe that could be causing that too. Okay. But I know, you know, some people like in Vietnam or like in very humid places, they have those challenges. So we just haven't put it on their clothes. Okay. And yeah.
Put a Band-Aid over it.
I will even say just put it in your underwear band. So put it in your underwear band. It'll never go away. So for you ladies, put it in your bra.
I've heard eyelash glue.
Oh, eyelash glue? I don't know. I don't like using those chemicals. I don't like using stuff like that. So, all right, who's next? Who's asking? I forgot. Is it Karen and then Diane? And then we're done. Go ahead, Diane. You have something?
Okay, so what you showed before about, you know, meeting somebody and putting it on their phone right away, that's easy, right? And I'm asking this collectively as a group. So I spoke to somebody this morning, very excited, wants to see it, wanted it in an email. So it's easy to put the website in an email, but how do you all like what lines are people using when they're writing their email to get somebody excited? And then, you know, I just tell them, hey, watch the first 3 videos, keep scrolling down on the website, look at all the physician testimonials, people's testimonials. Is there anything else that you like to add? They can feel your excitement when you call them, but then when you put it in an email, it kind of like loses a little bit.
Why would somebody, okay, so if somebody tells me to email them, I've yet to see anybody, I don't know people that really, I don't know, unless they're so busy or they're just putting it on a back burner, and that's why they say email you. If they're really interested.
People over 45, 50, depends on how social media and phone they are. They don't mind, you know, and somebody who's on their computer a lot for work, they like seeing emails because they can click that open, or they've got, some people have 2 or 3 screens at their desk. They can open those and be, you know, shuttling back and forth. I attached a video from Heather in California that, man, she explains it so well. And then I always attach a couple of quick testimonial things when I send emails like that with somebody else.
Peter, we've been inviting people to the patching party on Thursday nights or podcasts. That's what I would do. Get them on a live podcast or invite them to the patching party. It's so much fun. And now we have 1,000 seats.
Okay. So what did you use? What did you write to get people into?
I have a whole script that Marcy gave us.
Okay, so everyone, if you want scripts on that, reach out to Jenny or Marcy. She'll tell you. So who was that? Diane. I honestly don't know what to write on an email. I don't do it, but to me, I obviously like to say less is more. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person, or you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. If they really want that information, to me, hey, thank you for connecting today. Here's the information that you want. Here's the link. Please review it. Go through a couple of the videos that I can guide you through. If you have any questions, call me. I'll go through this with you myself.
Hey, Peter, Corey Dykeman taught us to just tell them the backstory is too important not to share. It only takes a few minutes to share that and then pass it on.
There you go. Thanks, John.
Diane, good thing to help Diane. For me, if I have to send an email, very similar to you, I say, you know, watch the first 2 videos. If they really excite you, scroll down to that 3rd one, you know, and then I say, but, you know, get back to me and give me your takeaway on it, because I'm really excited to share you what my first takeaway was, right?
That's a good line.
What my first takeaway was. Maybe this will bring the excitement up.
Peter,
Yes.
Peter, what I think we're really talking about, we have great lead-ins to talk to people of various ways. I think what we're really needing to concentrate on is the various ways of following up and getting back to these people. That's what I think is the real thing that becomes important. That's the thing I hear from my distributors group all the time. Someone didn't get back to me. Or when I called them, they said we set an appointment and they never answered. Well, when did you talk with them again? Well, that was 2 weeks ago. I didn't call back. I'm waiting for them to call. We might need to concentrate on our follow-up a little more.
1000%, 1000%, Kojo. And maybe we'll talk about that next week, okay? Again, the follow-up. Everyone, today we really talked a lot about the peaking, okay? But Kojo mentioned the follow-up. If you ask everyone on a date and you don't show up to the date, we got a problem. That's not good, okay? So that's why is it so important, the 3-3-3? Because when you really compound that, 3 people a day times 3 days, that's 9 people. You can't leave 9 people hanging because you talked to 50 people last week. Get it? And this is the biggest problem in MLM. And these leaders are really teaching. Go talk to so many people. But remember, if Cherie has a job, if Karen has a job, and you're trying to teach full-time job people how to do this spare time and you overwhelm them, that's why they quit. That's why they quit. I'm telling you, that's why people quit. They quit because they feel overwhelmed. That's all. So our community is the best at not overwhelming people. I'd rather you do a 1-1-1 just so you can fail forward fast, so you don't get it, so you can learn quicker by experiencing it. If you don't go through the motion, that whole home run, the first base, second base, third base, get it? The process of it, the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 10th time. If you don't learn the whole home run in your first 10 people, you're going to mess up on the next 10. Trust me. And I don't want that. Okay. We got to get it done right away. And that's why when I teach Heidi, and me and Heidi got it down, and then we can teach Heidi's personal, and me, her, and that personal got it down. We can literally, everybody can do it the same way all the way through. Okay. That's called duplication. Last one, Cherie, before we go, what do you have to share?
Older clients I do a lot of email with, because they want to watch videos, look at the website on their laptop, iPad, or something other than their phone. Those folks do not want to watch videos on their phone. So I tell them, emails, look at the 2-minute video, look at the 3-minute video. People are busy. If you're just asking them for 2 or 3 minutes of their time, that's better. And then I say, how about those before and after pictures?
Okay. So everybody, today we learned a lot. Did everybody learn something today, right?
Peter?
Yes.
This is Jan. May I say just
hey.
one? May I say
Sure.
just one thing about launching out the information on your email? Those
Yeah.
people who are requesting an email information, I understand that they may have Cricket with a flip phone and Cricket service, which is a bit impoverished, right? And I understand not everybody's quite so techie. I'm not so techie either. But if they do internet and want to see the information on internet, you have them on the phone. You say, when are you going to have a minute to look on the internet after supper? And so they say, yeah, after supper, say 7, I'll probably be free to watch it. So don't send it to them. You wait until 7 o'clock, get them on the phone, on their Cricket flip phone, and you say, oh, dear heart, I'm ready to hit send. Do you have your computer up? Oh, wonderful. Click on it, and then you walk them through all of this condensed stuff. You say, scroll down to the picture. You show them Marcy's, you talk about it. Show them the finger, talk about it. And then you say, oh, scroll back up. Click on that 3-minute video. Let's watch 2.5 of that 3 minutes. And then you say, do you have a little bit more time? They're starting to ask, how much is this? Where do I get this? You're going to have a lot more questions, hon. Just hold on. I've got one more thing for you to watch. Are you free to watch it right now? Well, sure. Then load a patching podcast that has a good closing, like with Dr. Stacy closing a patching podcast, fire it to them, and they're done. And that's one call, no follow-up.
Wow. And everyone, Jan is trained by Eric Beale, and that's why she's so thorough. So thank you so much, Jan. Everyone, did you learn that? Okay. So before you send the email, get them on the phone first and let them tell you when they're going to be on front of the computer. And then you send the email, and then be on the phone with them and guide them through that process. Thank you, Jan. That is so helpful. And that's what we were trying to say. Use that. So at the end of the day, everyone, last thing before we go, we all get rewarded, fulfilled by sharing information. Okay, always remember that. How you share the information will dictate your duplication behavior, your process. We're not selling patches, okay, everyone? So take that out. Always take that out. Okay, the first thing I have to teach all my Asians, because they love selling. We're not selling patches. We're educating. I constantly have to regurgitate that word. We're sharing, educating, okay? The better of an educator you are, the better your teammates, partners want to educate with you, the stronger your organization is, okay? That's all we got to do. We're just duplicating students to share. So everyone's been another great call. Ooh, we went 10 minutes over. Thank you everyone for joining tonight. And tonight we're going to have a nice beauty podcast, okay? Next week, I'll be doing it again. That'll be my last one here in the United States. And I'll be continuing the In the Know in Korea. Okay, so I don't know what time it'll be at over there. I'll figure it out. But I'm going to show you what Korea looks like when I'm over there. Okay, so love you all. Peace out. And I'll see you tonight.
Don't forget Vision on Saturday.
Vision Saturday. Go get your party. Your
Today's
house.
the last day you can order it.
Last day to order. How much is it, Beth Ann, again? $29. $29. Okay, everyone. Do you hear David? We all, if you're going to Florida, book your tickets, but that's not $29. That's $35.
Preferred customers can also enroll in the 29.
Yes.
Okay, so preferred customers can watch too. Okay, everyone. So get your preferred customers on. I'll see you later. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thanks, Peter.